Seven, we're seeing the price of a lot of things going through the roof on this world stage, and it doesn't look like there's any end in sight with them continually ramping things up. And right now, we're getting fresh warnings from the UN in terms of the price of food. Price of food already at high levels across the board, and we have shelves that are thin. Inflation continues to climb, and because of everything popping off in Ukraine, they're saying that this could push up international food and feed prices by 8 to 22% above their already elevated levels. Now, when you look at this, we're seeing that about 30% of the Ukrainian wheat fields will not be harvested in 2022 or 2023 due to the violence. This is what they're already projecting. So, this is for years to come. They're saying that cereal crops are going to be affected. Wheat is getting hit hard. And when you look at this, Ukraine is the world's fifth largest exporter of wheat products. Russia is the largest. Combined, the two countries export more than a third of the world's grain. That's 19% of the barley supply, 14% of the wheat, and 4% of the maize. And that's not even factoring in the massive amounts that China controls. So we're about to witness something huge here on this world stage. And you've got Lebanon, Tunisia, Yemen, Libya, Pakistan. They all source roughly half of their wheat supplies from either Ukraine or Russia. This is massive. People just don't see what's going on here full scale. I will leave links. Make sure to join me on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, where I'm talking about this and a whole lot more. And hit that subscribe button. It's been Dabu7. Much love.
Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akim Mahaloya. Coming back with another lesson, Lord's will it be edifying. Titled, it says UN warns Russia war in Ukraine could spike global food prices by 22%, which shows you that E is manufacturing a famine, okay, to bring people down, to bow down to this NWO system, this New World Order, this Great Reset, okay, which we're currently in. This is the reason why you see prices and gas prices and hikes in food, etc., increasing, because this is the time of the Lord's judgment and the Lord's vengeance upon Babylon and the wicked, the heathen, and the 2/3 of our people. Okay, so through the Spirit, man, Passover is coming up in 2 days. Lord's will, this be the last Passover. Okay, because the way it's looking like shit is getting ready to hit the fan. You know, the Lord is really making power moves out here, man, and we have to be in the Spirit to really understand and know why the Lord is doing what he's doing, man. Okay, because, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: when famine hits, these people are going to really lose their mindset, because he says wheat has gone up, cereal grains has gone up, okay? And these are some of the main grains that's produced overseas, but yet America being the bread, or the Midwest being the breadbasket of the world, the Midwest and just Babylon period is going to suffer greatly from these pricing hikes, man. So employers are going to be forced to raise their hourly pay to pay their employees so they can have some type of sustainable lifestyle. But what happens when the employers can't afford to pay the salaries anymore? Then they're going to be forced to close their doors, man. Okay, because hey, the private sector, hey, it's not looking too good for them. The real estate market is not looking too good. You know, these different businesses, like I was reading today that due to inflating prices, Russia, they were basically selling $38 Big Macs, man. Okay, they're trying to get as much of that shit off as possible, because they were told to pretty much dump their McDonald's restaurants, the stocks, etc. They're pretty much done with it, so they're trying to sell as much of that as possible. So $38 for a Big Mac. Okay, I never had a Russian Big Mac, so I don't know. I don't know if Russia really deals with GMOs or not, you know, but any place better than here. All right, but nonetheless, man, hey, we've warned you. The men of the Lord have constantly warned and putting out shows on this information. This may seem redundant, may seem repetitive, but you know what? It is what it is, man. Okay, this is the spirit, and this is the spirit that the Lord has us coming in, man. Okay, so give me 1 second, brothers. I want to do this real quick. I was in the process of doing 8 different things, 20 different things at once. But I'm gonna read this article from Zero Hedge. And they have some pretty good information, okay, pretty accurate. Though you can cross-reference it, but nonetheless, a lot of the information be on point, okay? Because the scriptures say, hey, be not ignorant of things small nor great. So it says a dozen of countries in the world relying heavily on both Ukraine and Russia for food supplies, and United Nations warned Friday. It says the ongoing war is likely to significant. Damn, I can't seem to get my enunciation down, but it goes into significantly drive up global food prices and worsen the malnourishment of the global south. It says with both Ukraine and Russia's ability to produce and export food uncertain, a global supply gap can push up the international food and feed prices by 8% to 22% above their already elevated levels. Okay, so what you're seeing right now, once again, and I'm gonna repeat it, is a famine that's being staged because the global supply markets, all right, these things are pretty much being halted. Production is being halted. A lot of trucks, etc. They're not going to be able to get these goods into certain venues because think about this. When gas continues to go up, these truckers ain't going to be able to afford that, man. Like this Edomite guy, man, I did a video on Friday. He basically, it was $1,050 to fill up his rig. Okay. And that's just to name but a few. Okay, I believe he was down in Tennessee. Gas has reached to, I think, a hike of $5.15. You see what I'm saying? So what happens when that increase? What happens when gas is $8, $9, $10? You think people are gonna really be risking their livelihoods to drive these vehicles? Fuck no, man. Okay, even with electric cars, that's only gonna go so far because emissions, repairs, okay, fuel consumptions, all these things are gonna play a big factor in what the hell is getting ready to come, because this is Esau's way of trying to make everybody bow down to this great reset. Okay, this is what it bows down. This is what it boils down to. All right. So going down, it says cereal crops will be ready to harvest in June, but it says whether farmers in Ukraine will be able to harvest them and deliver them to markets is unclear. But massive population displacement has reduced the number of agricultural laborers and workers. But Ukraine is the world's 5th largest exporter of wheat products, while Russia is the largest, okay? And we already know that Russia is the 3rd largest when it comes to buying oil. Okay, I believe they were getting oil from Iran and the Saudis, and found out that this guy Biden made a call to the Saudis, and yet they ignored this dude, man. Okay, so you see the moves that the Most High is making. He's setting these nations up and setting up Babylon the Great to take a great fall. Okay, because, hey, even though Babylon was considered great, it's going to take an even greater fall when America is totally destroyed. But first, it's going to be destroyed from within, economically, politically. Okay, the divisiveness among the government structures and so forth. The people are not to one another because yet they're blaming face verbatim politicians, when yet it's deeper than the politicians. Okay, they're just the face of a crooked and perverse nation funded by the elites. Okay, but it says combined, the two countries export more than 1/3 of the world's grain products, including 19% of barley supplies and 14% of wheat and 4% of maize. It says Russia also is the top exporter of fertilizer products, which may contain countries in Europe and Central Asia relying on Russia for more than half of their fertilizer supply. So this was a very strategic move that the West have pulled off, okay? This is the way that they can get that MOTB infrastructure up and running because, hey, once this shit hits the fan, that's it. It's not going to rebound back. It's not going to redact back to the old glory days of Babylon the Great, the baby boomers, etc. Them days are over with, man. Lord's will, okay? I mean, you may have a few mirth setbacks here and there, but overall, man, the Most High is really finna pull the plug on Babylon, okay? And, hey, shit, once again, we've warned you. But anyway, it says the likely disruption Did I read that already? Yep, it says Russia is also the, I read that. It says the likely disruptions of agricultural activities of these two major exporters of stable commodities could seriously escalate food insecurity globally. And like I said, when you have a famine, people lose their mind, especially you Jakes, because you Jakes and you Babylonians, aka you Americans or you Egyptians, you thrive on how good your or how big your appetite is and your liquor consumption. Okay, that's one big thing in the West is the luxury of eating. Okay, while all the hell is breaking loose, you got Jake talking about, oh, today is the first day of the NFL season when the teams are being well, not drafted, but basically free agents and so forth. You worried about the wrong shit. Okay, because hey, another article came out that a lot of Americans are buying up or hoarding ammo now because of the alleged Russian invasion of Ukraine. So people are getting paranoid now, man. Okay, and you Americans, you can't do nothing with Russia. I'm just be straightforward. Them Russians gonna bust you up, man. Okay, because they're bred for war. You bred to sit on your couch and drink beer and watch TV, man. Okay, but anyway, it says at least 50 countries rely on Ukraine or Russia for 30% or more of their wheat supplies, particularly in the global south. But in 2021, wheat's imports, Slovakia, came entirely from two countries. But according to the UN Development Program before the war, of 66% of the Eritrean, or that's what is it called, Eritrean, I think that guy, what's his nigga's name? Nipsey Hussle was of that descent, though he was a Jake. But population was already unable to obtain adequate food. It says Lebanon, Tunisia, Yemen, Libya, Pakistan also source roughly half of their wheat supplies from either Ukraine or Russia. So there you go, man. So that's already creating a volatile scenario between Ukraine, Russia, and the Western countries because, hey, if they get hit anymore, you can expect prices to go up. So basically, it's like a pissing contest with you people suffering on the back end. Okay, because the scriptures say that the things, cost of goods and cost of living is going to go up, and the famine was going to hit this side of the world, globally, really. You know, come on, what the hell happened? Ezekiel 7. All right, so this is the book of Ezekiel 7, and I'm gonna start at. Yep, let's start at verses 14. Nope, matter of fact, let's start at verses 12. 11. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 10. It says, behold the day, behold, it has come. The morning is gone forth. The rod has blossomed, pride has budded. Okay, because the pride of the people, you Israelites mainly, is unfathomable, man. Okay, for people to be so low in the world stage, on the world stage and just in general, you Israelites have nothing to be proud of, man. We have nothing to be proud of at all. It says, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. Damn. And none of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be dwelling for them. Because, like we were saying, man, that Jake that decided to go over there and fight for the Ukraine, who's going to be mourning you when you were destroyed and ultimately when you put in an unfavorable predicament? Who's going to sit up there and come and extract you from their country when you over there getting shot at, man? Okay? Because you Jakes, you don't get it. You want to fight for everybody else, but you don't want to fight for your own nation. Okay? Starting with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? You don't want to look into the Holy One, but you want to sit up here and extend your hand and extend the olive branch to all these other nations that hate you. Okay? That's why it says here, nor should I be welling from them. Verse 12, the time has come, the day draweth near, but let not the buyer rejoice, right? Because shit, you know, people are buying houses, they're buying cars. Shit, used car sales is up, man. Okay? You damn near paying the same price for a brand new car for a used vehicle. And you know what? So significant about that, the collapse of 2008, the same scenario happened. Okay? The housing market crashed. And then, subprime lending was at an all-time high. Interest rates was out the roof. People were spending X, Y, and Z on all these vehicles, man. Used vehicles. Paying extraordinary taxes. Okay? Gas, pretty much how we was paying damn near $4.30 for gas at that time. Then the economy crashed, man. The market bust. Boom. Businesses went out of business. Okay? And everybody was laid off, depressed. You know what I'm saying? Less clientele. And it's looking like the same thing. You see, so it says the time has come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn. For wrath is upon the multitude thereof, and for the seller should not return to that which is sold. Right, because hey, you may sell a house or you may buy a house, but you're not gonna be able to dwell in it for too much longer. You may buy a 2022 Hellcat, but you ain't gonna be able to drive the motherfucker because gas is gonna be fucking $15, man. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to put no fuel in that. Okay, the cost of rent, you're gonna have to make a choice whether to pay your rent or drive to work. And hey, what happens when you can't get to work? You lose your place. So you see what they're doing? They're putting the squeeze on people. Okay, the squeeze is coming and it's already started, you know? And it says here, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return. Neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. Right, man? Because the sin that you've engaged in is not going to deliver you. Praying to your gods, your different deities, is not going to deliver you. Okay? Going to Esau, Edom, like the scriptures say, woe to them that trust in Egypt. That's not going to deliver you. Okay? Trusting in your money, your fiat currency, even your digital dollar, soon to be the MOTB, is not going to deliver you, man, because that MOTB is the biggest trick bag to land a fucking missile at your ass, man. Okay? That's the trick bag that's going to get you the missiles. So yeah, you may go back to some type of normalcy for for a few moments, but when you look up, man, peace and safety, sudden destruction, a missile gonna come and hit you, man. So either way it go, we gotta go through the straight gates, man. And that's one thing Jake ain't trying to do. That's why this Passover is gonna be very, very heavy, man. Okay. And I'm noticing there's been a lot of lively distractions that's been in the midst. Okay, because Satan is trying to thrust brothers out of this truth, you know, because hey, we've taught and we teaches that a proper balance is a good thing with the Most High, man. But I'm noticing brothers have their hands full with all types of shit. Okay, because Satan ultimately wants to throw us off our P's and Q's. But through the spirit, man, we got to prevail and we will prevail. Lord's will we of the number. Okay, so here it says they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go into the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Right. Okay. The prophets are blowing the trumpet. And yet you got another trumpet that's being blown in the form of war and rumors of war, because found out, I believe NATO sent like 40,000 troops of fighter jets to the Russian border. Okay. So right there shows you that we're in a time of war, because NATO is getting involved now. Okay. Which is going to create even more tensions, more escalations, man. And like I said, the Lord has set all the nations up to be ready to take a fall at America, man. Okay, because when shit hits the fan, you better believe that everybody's going to be pointing fingers at this place. So the Lord is setting up the perfect scenario for this place to go down. Just watch how prophecy fulfills itself, man. Okay, watch how it fulfills, because it's beautiful, man. You can't outdo or out navigate prophecy. Prophecy is the primary focal point of the scriptures. You see? So it says here, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. That's the point I wanted to make. And it says, and he that is in the field should die with the sword, but he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. So right there, if you in the city, okay, and you not of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you will be destroyed by famine and pestilence. You know why? Because they're going to cut these cities off. They're going to stop bringing in a global supply of food. Okay, they're going to cut it off and they're going to ration things off. And what happens after famine and people die in their carcasses? It creates a pestilence, man. Dead bodies bring diseases. You see? So you people can expect that. All right. Here in Kansas City, Chicago, New York, it's going to be bad, man, because most of the people dwells in a city. You know, like the metropolis alone holds the most people within that particular state, man. Like when you go to these cities, St. Louis, you got more people that live in St. Louis County than in Florence, Missouri, man. Okay, or East St. Louis. More people live in Chicago, Illinois than they do in Dalton, Riverdale, Calumet Park, or Cal Park, Cal City, you know, Country Club Hills, Hazel Crest. Same here in Kansas City. You got more people that live in Kansas City, so to speak, than Lee Summit, Independence, and those are considered big cities. Okay, then Raytown, etc. So there's gonna be a lot of dead people that's gonna die from the famine, all right? Because like I said, the military is gonna have these cities on lock. All right, so we're gonna need nothing short but a miracle, brothers. All right, but it says, but they that escape of them should escape and should be on the mountains like doves in the valleys all of them mourning everyone for his iniquity, and all hands should be feeble, and all knees should be weak as water. And they shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror should cover them, right? Because you literally gonna have cannibalism. And that's another thing. When you don't have food, people will eat each other, man. Okay? And you can expect that coming back in a big way. We've always said famine is coming back in a good, cannibalism is coming back in a big way. Because Jake did it before, during the time siege of Samaria, okay? During the siege of Masada. It ain't nothing new for Jake to eat their kids. And nowadays, these people are savages, man. Okay, their appetite is just unrealistic. So it ain't nothing for a nigga woman to eat her baby. That's nothing, man. Okay, that's like cheese and crackers and pork and beans and hot dogs. It's easy. You know, that's why, hey, brothers, we got to really be in the spirit and pray the Lord have mercy on us, man. Okay, and the Lord going to have mercy on who we have mercy. You know, so brothers, man, you know, stop beating yourself up. Put your best foot forward and do the best you can do. The Lord knows our intentions, man. He knows we ain't got it all. He knows we can't do it on our own. He knows, man. That's why the scriptures say that it is not of works, but he that calleth, man. Okay, but nonetheless, put your best foot forward. Don't be lackadaisical, okay? Because you lackadaisical and think you're going to make it. That's a proud spirit. Like Paul said, I dare not make myself of that number. So keep that in mind, man. All right, and reading on. And it says, in all hands, matter of fact, it says, horror should cover them, and shame should be upon all faces, and baldness upon all heads. And they should cast their silver in the streets, and their gold should be removed, and their silver and their gold should not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They should not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity, man. Okay, so no matter how much food, bread, water, okay, how much gods, how much weights, how much martial arts or jiu-jitsu, you know, hey, it ain't gonna be fulfilling, because hey, you're gonna be getting judged, man. Okay, Jake is gonna really realize that they've been playing games with the Heavenly Father, and it's not gonna end well for our people. So hey, you Jakes that got an ear to hear, hey, get on board with the truth, man. If not, then live your life. All right, second Edge is 15. And I'm going to start at verses 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and that destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. These are riots. These are insurrections, man. Okay? These are situations that's going to be very dire. You're going to have private militias, cops, regular civilians shooting it out with other military men. Okay? You're going to have mercenaries. Russia's going to invade. Gurkha troops. You already got a standing military right in your city, man. You think those Gurkha troops ain't over here? They got foreign troops over here already. They're just ready to be activated. Okay, you're going to have citizens that's in war with one another, gangs at war. Okay, gangs shooting at police. A lot of police are going to go AWOL and side with their Second Amendment citizens. Okay, because a lot of these cops, man, they ain't with what's going on. And you notice a lot of cops, man, they've been real chill, man, because they know. Cops been kind of chill lately, man. Cops is like, look, we minding our own business, you know. But it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. It says, for there should be sedition among men, invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? Because then they going to say, fuck the rationing. We going to raid grocery stores. We going to raid houses. You better believe that if your neighbor ain't got no food, you better believe he's coming in your crib armed, whether to take you or anybody else with him. You can expect that. Shit, what happened when 1-9 kicked off, man? People was literally losing their damn minds, man. You know? And it says here, and a man should desire to go into a city, should not be able. Why? Gas prices, martial law. Okay, the grid's going to be shut down. And most of the cars now, they shut down the grid. Your car ain't starting up. Where you going to go? It says, for because of the pride, the city should be troubled, and the house should be destroyed. Men should be afraid, and a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword, which is guns and whatever else mean. Okay, they're going to go door to door. And these are citizens, man. And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. So Ezra's already said it, man. He's already said it. He's already seen it in a vision. All right. So anyway, brothers, I'm going to end it there. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, the elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. And with that, shalom and a baba ball.